Hi, welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, December the 14th. I'm Giovanni Benacour, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. Well, another weaker than expected inflation reading, another positive market reaction. Tuesday's consumer price index data showing inflation cooled for a second consecutive time was certainly good news. It's hard, tangible evidence that inflation rates are coming down. Stocks rose on the news, and there are reasons to be optimistic about the outlooks as well. Oil prices are back where they were at the start of the year before the big spike when Russia invaded Ukraine. If they stay there, energy cost will be a big downward driver of headline inflation over the next few months. Furthermore, it makes it that much harder for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to sound hawkish after today's interest rate decision. But just as there was cause for caution after the inflation report last month, no one should get too excited now. For a start, the Fed prefers to look at core inflation, which is still elevated. In theory, oil prices spikes dropping out of the headline inflation figures shouldn't matter that much. Second, there aren't many signs yet of the labor market loosening, which is what the Fed officials really want to see as signs that price pressures are easing. And third, just as the Fed was reluctant to start hiking this time last year when inflation started ticking up, Powell will need plenty of evidence before declaring victory over inflation. Now, interest rate hikes may be coming in smaller steps, but the direction is still up. Economists see the Fed rate getting around to about 5%, though vary quite a bit. How much higher or lower it ends up from that central projection will depend on many factors in the months ahead. Alrighty, with that being said, let's take a look at what we can perhaps see in today's market fluctuation, price fluctuation. All right, so since price is king, we want to be able to analyze that perhaps today market will be steady, will perhaps be somewhat flat, waiting on Mr. Jerome Powell's comments and his decision. Obviously, perhaps we could be trading within the range of this candle of yesterday's movement. Obviously, we saw a parabolic movement on the market indices right when that number came out, but the body is what we want to look at. So that range from 11,818 to about 11,960. So that could be the range where we would trade in today. Anything that comes up more positive than 50, so we say, oh, we're gonna do a 25 basis points. We could probably see another attempt at taking out this previous high. So anything that he says, oh no, we need another 75 points increment. Oh well, that would definitely tank and the indices, and we probably see that parabolic movement to the downside. So let's take a look at the S&P. Same token, same scenario. 3390 for 20 is the range for today, and then we see crude oil, just trading right below, right around the marker of $76. What we started the year, actually a bit lower than that. We could probably see crude oil retrace back down towards our 21 moving day average, which acts as a dynamic support level. So let's see if that will be the case for crude oil. As far as Nat goes, Nat really had an attempt to reach $7. It didn't quite get there, and it retraced. It closed below our resistance and is trading lower. I'm looking at Nat Gas to continue doing basically the same scenario of movement, just trading lateral, just ranging. Okay. Then we have gold. Gold, I expected gold to have moved a bit more higher, that parabolic movement after the reading, but it did. It traded above the 1800. So that's where we're setting our eyes as for our support. So 1800, that's our psychological support. It's trading lower, obviously. Then we have silver, same token for silver. I'm looking at Sable to probably give back some of those gains. There'll probably be some profit taking in here. Same token for copper. Copper, I'm looking for 380 to be the support for it. And then we obviously have Bitcoin that has really made also that nice pop to the upside, reaching 18,000, retracing from there. Uh, Perhaps today we'll see it reach 18,000 and trade above that, or perhaps we'll see this same movement, trading below 18,000, which is acting as a psychological resistance. So that's why I'm going to place my resistance, and I'm going to bring up my support right to the smack of this level of 17,000, about just the round numbers. And then we have the Euros making an attempt to reach 107. It is nice. It's entering overbought territory, so we could probably see a pullback, a healthy pullback. Let's see, probably to 106. Pound also looking to trade above 124. So let's see if that will be the case for pound. And as far as the dollar goes, I have 104 as my resistance and 103 as my support for it. 103.05 is what it traded lower to yesterday. So we could probably see that happen. All right, that's it for me today. Have a fantastic trading day. I'll see you tomorrow.